Hi everyone, my name is Hashinita and today I'll be presenting about a company called Kawan. But before we dive in, I would like to introduce my fantastic teamworks who I had a chance to work with: Anis, Ani, Azlina and Ayuni. In this video, I'll be sharing the introduction and giving you some context about the company. Kawan Renergy Berhad is also known as Renergy, is a Malaysian-based investment holding company primarily involved in industrial engineering, renewable energy, and environmental technology. The company focuses on delivering engineering solutions through the fabrications of industrial process equipment and the development of clean energy system, including biogas and biomass based on the power generations. Domestically, the company has established branches across Malaysia and possesses a substantial land bank, over 8.5 acres, to support its operational and future expansions. Kawan Energy Berhad is a subsidiary of Max Energy Extendian Berhad, with the Max Energy holding a 62.5% stake, positioning it as the company's majority shareholder. As the end of the financial year 2024, Renergy has achieved a market capitalization of approximately RM 326 million, a clear reflection of growing influence and recognition within the Malaysian energy and re-engineering industries. Furthermore, Renergy is listed on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia, having made its initial public offering in May 2024. The company employs around 159 individuals in technical, engineering, and administrative roles, supporting a wide operational scope that spans process, plant, equipment, fabrication, engineering, procurement, construction, and commissioning for renewable energy system. Established in 2004, Kawan Energy has built advanced capabilities in designing and fabrication critical industry components such as heat exchangers, pressure vessels, and biomass boilers. As a result of these capabilities, Kawan Energy has strengthened its reputations for reliability and quality, gained recognition through My Hijau, marked for its green initiatives, and successfully penetrated high-growth sectors such as food processing, oil and gas, utilities, and waste recovery. Moreover, Renergy demonstrates a strong commitment to sustainability, quality, and safety across all levels of its operations. This commitment is reflected in various certifications the company has received, which reinforce its credibility in operational excellence within the industry. Among the key certifications obtained are ISO 9001 for quality management system, ISO 14001 for environmental management, and ISO 45001 for occupational health and safety. Additionally, the company has earned ASMEU, U2, and S-stamps, which are globally recognized standards for the design and manufacture of pressure vessels and boilers. Through these recognitions, the company continues to uphold international standards while aligning its operations with global best practices. In addition, Renergy operates under an integrated business model that combines engineering design, custom fabrication, and turnkey solutions for energy and industrial systems. This model allows the company to offer end-to-end services from conceptual planning and detailed engineering to construction, commissioning, and maintenance. To strengthen this position within the industry, Kawan Energy has invested in expanding its in-house manufacturing facilities, upgrading its fabrication capabilities, and adopting advanced digital tools such as 3D modeling and simulation software. Over the years, Kawan Energy has also built a robust network of clients and project partners across multiple sectors, including palm oil, food processing, utilities, and green energy. This diverse network enhances the company's market resilience and provides a steady pipeline of projects across Malaysia and beyond. At the end of Kinergy's operations lies a philosophy rooted in sustainability, innovation, and shared value creation. The company believes that long-term success is not only built on financial performance, but also environmental stewardship and social responsibility. In line with the philosophy, Kawan Energy actively incorporates green technology and sustainable practices into projects such as converting biomass waste into renewable energy and implementing waste heat recovery systems. These initiatives not only help industries reduce their carbon footprints, but also generate eco-friendly returns for shareholders. This balanced approach ensures that Kawan Energy's growth contributes meaningfully to both economic and ecological progress. In summary, Renergy has emerged a dynamic player in Malaysia's industrial and renewable energy landscape, backed by strong technical expertise, sustainable values, and strategic growth initiatives. With a solid foundation in engineering and fabrications, the company continues to expand its presence through innovation, certified quality system, and environmentally responsible practices. Its integrated business model, combined with a growing client network and a philosophy centered on value creation for both shareholders and society, reinforces its role as a forward-thinking industry leader. As it continues to develop clean energy solutions and eco-efficient technologies, Kawan Energy remains well positioned to contribute meaningful to Malaysia's green economic and industrial transformation.
Hi, I'm Razina. Now I will present briefly on the accounting standard and policy applied by Kawan Renergy Berhad, covering topic 2.0 to 2.6. First, Kawan Renergy follow Malaysia Financial Reporting Standard or MFRS to ensure transparent, accurate, and consistent reporting. The company used both the cost model and fair value model. Depending on the nature of the asset, this promotes fair representation of its financial. Now let's look at the key standard applied. Under MRS 116, property, plant and equipment, asset like machinery and building are measured at cost. The cost includes site preparation, installation, and testing. These assets are depreciated using the straight line method over their useful life. For MFRS 15 revenue, the company recognizes revenue when control is transferred to the customer, not when payment is received. It uses a five-step model that includes identifying the contract and recognize revenue when performance obligations are satisfied. This is especially relevant to engineering service and renewable energy projects. Next, MFRS 138, intangible assets, deal with items like software or license. These are measured at cost and amortized over their useful life, unless the asset has an indefinite life, in which case it is paid annually for impairment. Moving on, Kawan Renergy apply MFRS 141, agriculture for biological assets like biomass used in energy production. These are measured at fair value less cost to sell. Under MFRS 140, investment property, the company record lease building at fair value. Any gain or loss from changes in value goes straight to the profit or loss statement. Lastly, MFRS 137, provision is used when there is a present obligation from a past event, such as warranty, claim, or environmental liability. A provision is only recorded if it is probable and measurable. In summary, Kawan Energy accounting policy reflects its commitment to quality reporting and compliance with national standards.
My name is Awani Christina. I will share about the disclosure of non-current assets in Kawan Renergy Berhad. Firstly, property, plant, and equipment under MFRS 116 in Kawan Renergy Berhad comprises land, building, plant, and machinery, equipment, and vehicle used in engineering operation and renewable energy businesses. As at 31 October 2024, Renergy reported PPE valued at RM 20.2 million. Next, investment in subsidiaries fall under non-current assets and are accounted for using MFRS 127. This investment represents the company's ownership and control over several fully owned subsidiaries engaged in engineering and renewable energy activities. As at 31 October 2024, Renergy recorded investment in subsidiaries amounting to RM 49.7 million in the statement of financial position. And then we will move on to the recognition criteria and measurement methodologies. The recognition for property, plant, and equipment are recognized when it is probable that the future economic benefits will flow to the company and the cost can be measured reliably. PPE are initially measured at cost, including all expenditure directly attributable to bringing the assets to its working condition for its intended use. Subsequent to initial recognition, PPE is carried at cost less accumulated depreciation and impairment losses. The depreciation for PPE is calculated using the straight line method over the estimated useful life of the assets. Secondly, recognition for investment in subsidiaries are recognized when the company obtains control of the subsidiary and the cost of investment can be measured reliably. Investment are initially and subsequently measured at cost in the company's financial statements, subject to impairment testing if there are indicators of the impairments. Kawan Renergy Berhad did not hold any investment properties during the financial year ended 31 October 2024. This is confirmed by the absence of disclosure under MFRS 140 in the notes to the financial statements. Next, recognition for intangible assets are recognized when it is probable that the future economic benefits attributable to the assets will flow to the entity and the cost can be measured reliably. It is initially measured at cost, subsequently carried at cost, less any accumulated amortization and impairment losses. Intangible assets are amortized on a straight line basis over their useful life. Furthermore, Kawan Renergy Berhad did not recognize any intangible assets. There is no mention or notes for intangible asset in statement of financial position.
Lastly, the recognition for biological assets are recognized when the entity controls the asset due to past events. It is probable that the future economic benefits will flow to the entity, and the fair value or cost of the assets can be measured reliably. Biological assets are initially and subsequently measured at fair value less cost to sale, with changes in fair value recognized in profit or loss. The mature and immature assets in our Renergy case, biological assets are biomass fixed stock used in energy production and are measured entirely at fair value less cost to sale. Renergy did not recognize any biological asset. There is no mention or notes for biological assets in statement of financial position.
Hi, I'm Anis. Now let's take a look at the main non-current asset owned by Kawan Renergy, Berhad or Renergy. The company's most important asset called under property plant and equipment, also known as PPE. These include land, buildings such as workshop, factories, and office spaces that support the company engineering and construction work. It also includes machinery and equipment used in fabrication and renewable energy projects, which are critical for their day-to-day operation. As for other types of non-current assets, intangible assets, such as software or trademark are not reported by the company. Biological assets are not applicable since Renergy is not involved in agriculture or plantation industry. Investment properties are not held because all their properties are used directly for business operation, not for rental or capital gain purposes. So overall, PPE is the core of Renergy non-current asset and it plays a major role in supporting their operation and long-term value. In this section, we will discuss how the current economic environment affect current energy asset valuation, particularly its non-current asset like property, plant, and equipment. As a company involved in engineering and renewable energy owns important physical assets such as land, building, machinery, and equipment. However, their value is not fixed. It can be influenced by various economic factors. Firstly, is inflation. When inflation rises, the cost of acquiring and maintaining machines and construction tools also increase. This makes it more expensive for Renergy to operate and replace its asset. If the company does not revalue its asset regularly, the recorded value may become outdated. To manage this, Renergy should perform regular asset regulation and add price adjustment clauses in this contract.
Material price volatility. Secondly, material prices like steel and cement often rise and fall quickly. This affects the company's spending on construction and equipment purchases. If prices rise too high, replacing an asset becomes more expensive and may affect the asset real value. To handle this, Renergy can plan ahead by purchasing material early, working with multiple suppliers, and using conservative estimates when recording asset value. Interest rate changes. Third, changes in interest rates also impact asset valuation. When interest rates go up, it becomes more costly to finance new capital asset or project. Higher rates also reduce the present value of the income the asset might generate in the future. As a strategy, Renergy can choose fixed rate loans and schedule major investment during periods or lower interest rate. In conclusion, Renergy asset valuation is directly influenced by macroeconomic factors such as inflation, materials price volatility, and interest rate movement. By using careful planning and financial strategy, the company can protect and optimize the value of its non-current assets.
Hi, my name is Siti Ayuni. Let's move on to analytical and engaging presentation. In 2024, the total non-current assets increased to RM72.04 million, rise of RM2.13 million or 3.05% compared to 2023. Growth was mainly driven by a 10.56% increase in property, plant, and equipment, while investment in subsidiaries remained unchanged. This reflects Renergy's focus on enhancing existing operational capacity rather than expanding through new subsidiaries. Now looking into the movement of PPE, the cost of PPE rise by RM2.09 million, indicating continued capital investment. Interestingly, accumulated depreciation slightly decreased by RM44288, which suggests some assets may have been fully depreciated or disposed. A disposal worth RM780,000 was recorded with a loss of RM6,960. Overall, the next book value increased by 10.56%, proving that Renergy is investing in long-term productive assets. Renergy's investment in subsidiaries remains stable at RM39.7 million. The company owns 5 subsidiaries, each playing a strategic role. KESB focused on fabrication, Kawan Green Energy and Maginco Renewable specialized in clean energy, and Maginco Bioenergy handle biomass
Bahamas-based project. This diversification positions K Energy well within Malaysia's renewable energy sector. Now, let's review the financial ratio. Return on asset ROA improved from 12.34% to 14.12%, is showing better profitability from asset use. However, asset turnover declined from 0.48 to 0.41, indicating slightly lower efficiency and revenue generation. Debt to asset ratio increased to 42.52%, reflecting a higher reliance on debt, possibly for capital investment like PPE. To summarize, non-current assets show healthy growth, particularly PPE, while investment in subsidiary was maintained. Profitability improved, but efficiency in asset utilization slightly declined. The stable asset structure and strategy focus on sustainability make K Energy a responsible player in green energy. The company applies sound risk management practice such as material sourcing strategies and careful financing decisions. In conclusion, Kawan Renergy Berhad has demonstrated strong asset management, prudent investment strategy, and commitment to sustainability. Their financial growth is aligned with national green policies, ensuring long-term stability and relevance in Malaysia's energy transition. Thank you.